Okay, so I was going to do a video on this machine last night, but the image was upside down. And then I was looking into the software to see how I could write this image, and there was no way to do it. And, so I got the genius, intuitional, digital data, dots crossing, synapses invigorated. And I thought, why not turn the camera upside down? And it worked. So we're in a lot of trouble as a world, big time, and nobody's listening. The United States is trying to put everybody to sleep, give everybody unconsciousness drug therapy in the form of jurisprudence, and the media have just taken the American mind, 99% or more of the American mind, and put it into a soup of intellectual congruity and sexual and theoretical propinquity as a norm. Anything too far you step outside of this soup, you become an enemy of the state, for either the police to gun you down and say, maybe if you're lucky we're sorry, or it's tough, it happens. So I'm a citizen. I'm not a policeman. I'm not at war with anybody. I'm at war with stupidity, but that's about it. And I claim that, and anybody who wants to fight me or debate me on my propensity to do this, I happily welcome them to the forum of the easily challenged. Notice my spots. Where's my spot? Yes, there it is. Comes from having a crappy makeup artist. So, where are we going with this? So we're in trouble as a world, big time trouble, and like Vladimir Putin is the only man who has the balls to speak the truth. His whole country knows the truth, and so does Iran through him. And they're speaking true things, and nobody is listening. The U.S. propaganda takes precedence over the reality of what's going on. You have the U.S. bolstered by a fake currency, admittedly fake currency. It's called fiat currency, fiat dollars. Instead of the real thing, this is what you get. That's what the word fiat connotates into meaning. So there's fiat money, which means we can print as much as we like. We just print more of it and buy more weapons and shoot you with bigger guns, more airplanes, and Bob's your uncle. We have the all the brains when it comes to weaponry, and so we just build bigger, better weapons than anybody else, and we have our own people purchasing them, boom, right off the hop. No way to lose money. Just keep making those weapons. It's the only way we have to keep the honey coming. Think of it. No more money. What would that mean? Think of Uncle Fred and his condos. Fuck, he might have to give some of them up. The one in Maui even. Jesus Christ. we're going to have a script written for this whole thing, but I decided we'll fly with the wind with this. Let me just go over some biblical stuff, because I'm hoping that maybe some of this might help to get through to you. This is what we're hoping for. A transformation in human consciousness is what's needed and wanted to happen. I'm your king. I know what's going on. I know what needs to happen. And I am in the throes of begging whatever wits can come forward with us to stand and fight this beast. It's eating your children. And just the wits that you ever owned are gone. Look at the women's movement, the women's revenge movement. Had its way, castrate every male standing. Except me and maybe a few other guys in there in jail. You fucked yourself. Completely. And I'm the only guy that's gonna help you. Not the Pope, nobody. Anyway, I'm gonna prove it to you using scripture. It's the last resort, the last fucking thing I wanted to do, but we'll use it, whatever's gonna work. So keep your ears open. We're gonna go through a bit of a scriptural analysis, if you will. And we're gonna start with Ezekiel. It's right after Lamentations. It's cool reading. Okay, here we go. Among the creatures there was something that looked like a blazing torch, constantly moving. The fire would blaze up and shoot out the flashes of lightning. The creatures themselves darted back and forth with the speed of lightning. And as I was looking at the four creatures, I saw four wheels touching the ground, and one wheel each of them. All four wheels were alike. Each one of them shone like a precious stone, and each had another wheel intersecting it at right angles, so that the wheels could move in any of the four directions. The rims of the wheels were covered with eyes. Whenever the creatures moved, the wheels moved with them. The creatures went where they wished, because the creatures controlled them. So every time the creatures moved, or stopped, or rose in the air, the wheels did exactly the same. Now, you've got to remember that this book is the Holy Bible, and it's written in poetry. That you are required to have a clean heart to read. It doesn't say this, but this is the truth. Trying to read the Bible with a soul full of lies and thefts is like trying to jump over the moon on a cow. Real hard to do. And so many of you are trying to do this very thing. It is beyond the entertainment level we used to find in it now. We're finding people that are prepared to die for these theoretical ideas. But God himself would have nothing to do with. Believe me. He wants me to assure you of this, that these guys are completely on their own. Anybody encouraging violence or the killing of children or killing of anybody is has an infertile imagination and needs to be driven from your midst. War is not a solution for mankind any longer. You have grown too proficient at it. You have utensils that can eliminate all life on this planet right now. The only thing currently preventing it is the wit of the powers that be, and the wit of the powers that be are being ground to dust by the theoretical imperatives that are being created by them and their playmates. And the United States is like a drunken sailor with an unlimited checkbook. As long as it comes, it's a military, we got the 9/11 thing, military's unlimited budget, complete and total blank check. And so what do we do with this? Do we spend money wisely and conservatively? This sudden windfall has been given to Homeland Security, a newly invented government department. Because we're such assholes, we have to create a department called Homeland Security. We're never really sure of who wants to blow themselves and us up in an airplane. We are hated so much that this is now a common, what do you call it, cognition strain that people buy into. It's a fact of life. And I'm here to tell you that in my lifetime, that was not a fact of life. Nobody would question you, what you were, under your hat. Like, you went through customs, did you have anything to declare? But they had the prerogative to search through your luggage, and sometimes they did, and sometimes they did. They made an effort of, checking through your stuff, and pass it through. Never a problem. Carrying drugs was not a problem. So it was not a hunger search. They're not thirsty looking for evil people. They were just trying to make sure that if people were bringing drugs in, they were not doing it too easily. And everybody knew the game and agreed with it, and I agreed with it. And it was beautiful. And the mafia was running things at that time, or most things. And the mafia had an agreement. They said, okay, no more speed. Speed is a dangerous drug. We see this. We'll cut out our speed distribution, and Rowdy said, we're good for you. We'll tone our efforts down on your marijuana, issues and anything else you choose to get into. Just the hard stuff you want to try to wiggle your way out of as entirely as you can, and we'll help you in any way we can. In other words, arrest your competitors, whatever it takes. We want safe drugs for people who can. So what they've done with the cocaine is abysmal and should not be permitted. I mean, if people want to buy a drug, they should know what the drug is. This is what's being sold on Toronto streets is not cocaine. Now, nobody loves cocaine more than me. Trust me. I haven't spent $10 in cocaine for a month or more. Anyway, what was the point? The point is, we gotta do stuff. As human beings, we've gotta wake up. We need to worship the truth that wisdom heals, and there's no wisdom any place. I promise you, look and see if you can find it coming from Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump. Do you not understand? These are the two. These two are going to be running the world. And you've got a very strong fighter, a man who knows how to use his fists himself, has said, you're getting too close to the edge. I promise you get any further, and there will be World War III. I will use nuclear weapons against you. You are fucking with me, and I'm telling you, it's not going to work. And what do? Nothing. Pretend he never even said it. It's not even on the local media. It's all over the international news. U.S. citizen knows nothing. It's a lot easier to repeat things that way. I wish I had got to you sooner. I'm sorry I took a cavalier attitude to my job. I should have been out there preaching every day, but it was just so stupid. Please, pray for yourselves. Pray that God will forgive you. And you got stolen shit, give it fucking back. Told any lies, tell on yourself and apologize. This is your king begging you to do these things. I will help you and protect you through the whole process. We promise no one shall lose. No one shall be beaten or thwarted for confessions they make through this process called King's Park. You're protected by the King. In the strength of all the love in the universe. Trust